and welcome to Variety Varnish. It's been a hot minute, but it's good to be back. So I hope everybody is having a great time, getting ready for the holidays. I know for some people, this could also be a bit of a tough time. So I hope everybody is hanging in there, staying healthy, staying happy. Today, I thought I would ease back into, creating content with something really simple. I found myself at my local Dollar General. My excuse is that I was looking for some stocking stuffers for my kids and for my family. But we know that there is something at Dollar General that I have been eyeing for the past few months. Believe Beauty has released some new colors, new lines, new nail products that I am absolutely curious about because I do have like 2 or 3 from the previous release. One of them was gifted by my beautiful friend Manny Centric, and that's one of my favorite cream polishes ever, which is Believe Beauty Serene. And it's actually very popular that I think Orly has released something very much like it in their fall collection. So of course I found myself at my local Dollar General and I inadvertently picked up 19 Believe Beauty polishes, but I'm not going to show you guys all of those today. You can let me know down in the comment section below if you want to see that one day. It's 19 polishes, so I'm not going to swatch them on my fingers. My fingers are starting to get really, or my fingernails are starting to get really beat up, and as you can see here, winter nails or winter hands are starting, and so I'm going to spare my nails that torture, but I could show you the polishes. And I can swatch them on swatch sticks, which we are going to do today for some of it, because these 3 particularly, beautiful polishes from Believe Beauty, I found that they are very familiar to me, and that's because they are very similar to some Essie colors that are now discontinued or hard to find, and that I really, really love. So this got me super excited because you guys know I love a good dupes video, or I love a good comparison video. And so yeah, I think just by looking at these right now, you probably have an idea as to which polishes from Essie I'm talking about. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to compare these 3 to some classic Essies, and you be the judge if you think that they are good enough. And if you've been eyeing these Essie shades and you haven't been able to, get a hold of them, if you think that these are, a good alternative for $1 to $2.50 at your local Dollar General. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is Believe Beauty's Midnight in Paris, and it's this absolutely stunning sort of indigo blue, absolutely gorgeous. And as soon as I saw this polish, I thought of Essie's Midnight Cami. Now, Essie's Midnight Cami was released, I believe it was fall of 2009, but I do think that this is still readily available to this day. I'm not even sure if they made it a part of their core line, but nevertheless, it's one of my favorite Essies. I did not remember this being a 1-coater when I first purchased it, but as the polish gets older, it becomes thicker and it does become a 1-coater. But this is definitely one of those polishes where you probably need a wide brush for a good application, just because it's so dark that any imperfection on that cuticle line will definitely show. So I really wanted to see how these 2 compared. I mean, look at that. They are so close to each other. I do see that Essie is a little bit more, I don't know, shimmery, if that's even possible. But I have my swatch crown right here, and I'm going to compare these 2. I'm also playing with my lighting and my setup, because everything's new, whatever. But hopefully this will show off much clearer for you guys. So first I'm gonna swatch Believe Beauty, and I'm not gonna waste like the crowns or like the nail things. So I'm gonna actually just do them right next to each other and not like leave a gap or something. But that is Believe Beauty. So it does come out a little bit sheer at first. So this is definitely something that may be buildable. As you can see, it's at first it's very shimmery. I think that's definitely like a lint right there that I'm gonna get in a little bit. But yeah, that is Believe Beauty's Midnight in Paris. Okay, I made a mistake off camera. I tried to fix that little lint and I put a really thin like second coat, but it definitely built up on that second coat, as you can see. So consider this 2 coats, you guys, and I'm gonna do Midnight Cami right next to it, and I may add a 3rd coat on this Believe Beauty a little bit later, just so you can compare, because I remember Midnight Cami to be super opaque, so it may actually not even compare at all. Like, this may not be. Yeah, see, this is the Midnight Cami, I know. So obviously these are both not at all dupes whatsoever. This Believe Beauty reminds me of another polish I have that I use a lot as a topper, and it's a Sally Hansen. And I'm actually going to take that out right now from my drawer and compare it also, because I think that may be closer to the Believe Beauty. So yeah, this is Believe Beauty's Midnight in Paris. 2 coats. I'm going to do a 3rd coat, and this is 1 coat of Essie's Midnight Cami. Okay, so today we're really winging it. So this is Sally Hansen's. I'm going to do it this way. This is Sally Hansen's Sturdy Sapphire, and you guys have seen this in my channel before. I love using this as a topper on black. It just is so beautiful as a topper. And I think this may actually be the one that's more comparable to Believe Beauty's Midnight in Paris, although in the bottles you can see, this is why I didn't think they were going to be like dupes, because they are not at all like the same in the bottle. Sturdy Sapphire from Sally Hansen looks a lot more of a true blue than a midnight blue. So let's try that and see how that compares to Believe Beauty Midnight in Paris. And now I'm super curious to see this on the nail, because I don't know, this may be something that's not worth your $2.50. This Believe Beauty, if this is too sheer. But I do know that, yeah, see, so the Sally Hansen is definitely a little bit too sheer. So I definitely feel like I want to play with this Believe Beauty more, because it's so bizarre. It's like it's sheer, but it's not sheer. I'm just wondering how it's going to show up on the nail. Because, yeah, that's 1 coat of Sturdy Sapphire right there, and now you can see why I use it as a topper. But yeah, so this is still 2 coats or 1.5 coats of Believe Beauty Midnight in Paris. That is Essie's Midnight Cami. This is Sally Hansen's Sturdy Sapphire, and none of them are dupes. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but at the same time, I'm super curious as to how this will show up on the nails, and so I'm actually probably going to swatch that first. Okay, on to the second polish I want to compare. This is Believe Beauty's Sweater Weather, and that is a beautiful sort of grayish taupe, I think, if I may call it a certain color, that would be what it would be. But it actually is very close to one of my favorite Essies of all time, and this is Merino Cool. It's very pretty. I mean, I'm sorry about the ugly bottle, but you can see the fill line is right there. This used to be a fall staple for me before I, you know, massively collected like a bunch of polishes, and you can see it really badly needs to be shaken. So I'm gonna actually shake it before I swatch it. But yeah, as soon as I saw this Believe Beauty, I thought about Merino Cool, and I figured I don't have a backup of Merino Cool. I know this is a little bit hard to find nowadays, and so I picked this one up. And after I shake this off camera, I'm gonna swatch this in swatch stick and see how they compare. Okay, so I've shaken my bottle of Merino Cool. Ooh, look at this, guys. I'm trying to remove my Believe Beauty thing, and it looks like it's a cap that goes over another cap. So I'm like, ooh, trying to do that. Well, let's see. So now, I don't know how I feel about that, because I don't like short caps. Ugh, well, we'll see. Hopefully that's just like a broken thing, bottle thing, and it's not for every single, you know, Believe Beauty bottle that is. By the way, this is the Jet Setter Mani, which is, I think, their quick dry Mani. Look at that. That's a good cream right there. Beautiful. I love, love, love creams like this. Here you go. I don't know what it is about this swatch stick though that's making it streaky, but I mean, I think I know enough where I don't think that's really going to be streaky in real life. But that is Believe Beauty's Sweater Weather. And when I picked this up, actually, at first I thought it was going to be similar to Warm and Toasty Turtleneck, which is another one that I absolutely love. But that one turned out to be a little bit too purple than mauve, and it was definitely much closer to Merino Wool. Or Merino Cool is what I should say. All right, so I'm going to be swatching Merino Cool next, and I do have my Glisten and Glow brush. And as you can see, my bottle of Merino Cool is now a little bit thicker because I've had it for forever. And that is the comparison. Why does my bottle, or why does my, like, why does it do this? Like, maybe I'm out of my mojo, but I think looking at it, there's definitely a little bit more gray, and it's a bit darker than the Believe Beauty one, my Essie one, but they are quite comparable. I mean, this is not the most unique shade in the world, and Essie honestly does these little shades that are so similar very nuanced, in a sense that, like, there's just something extra special. But it's not a unique color by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think that if you're looking for Merino Cool and you can't find it, I definitely think that Sweater Weather from Believe Beauty would be a very good dupe, or a very good, like, second, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. That's Believe Beauty's Sweater Weather and Essie's Merino Cool. Okay, and the last two polishes I'm going to compare today, I'm just going to swing that aside for a little bit. This is Believe Beauty's, what is it called? It's a match, and we'll see if it is a match to the iconic Essie Playing Coy. Look at those bottles, you guys. If I can discern a difference, and again, there's a fill line to my Playing Coy because I did get this from a D-stash. I haven't actually tried Playing Coy. I bought a bottle from eBay that was counterfeit, and so I got rid of that. I never tried that, and then I found this one on a D-stash from someone who was you know, trying to use only vegan and cruelty-free products. And so I grabbed it, and that's where the fill line is from. That's not my, you know, my fill line. But it definitely also needs to be shaken. If I can see a difference, it's that Playing Coy is a little bit, it's a little bit brighter. So we'll see how it translates onto the swatch stick. I do have a bunch of these oranges because I'm obsessed with these oranges. And someday, as soon as I pick up the new 2 oranges from OPI Fall, I would love to do like a whole orange comparison, a fall orange comparison series, because I already have Susie Needs a Locksmith. I have, what's the other one? It's a Piazza Cake. I have Playing Coy, and then I have an H&M that's very similar. I also have a Berry M that's very similar. So I have a bunch of these oranges. But yeah, for now, we're going to do Believe Beauty and Essie. So these caps do pop off, but I can, like, push them really hard in there where I could still use the cap, because I do prefer to use the caps on these. Let's talk about the brushes on these Believe Beauties. You guys, look at that. Oh my God. I mean, when I saw this color, I was just like, yeah, there's no way I can pass on that. That is absolutely gorgeous. That right there, it's a little bit sheer. Again, like, I don't know how I feel about this swatch crown now. I think, or maybe it's just been a while since I've, you know, swatched on camera and I don't know how to do it anymore. But yeah, that is Believe Beauty's, what do you call this? That's Believe Beauty's It's a Match. And then, so I'm gonna do Plain Koi. And we'll see about this. Oh yeah, it's not at all the same. All right, well, at least Believe Beauty wasn't trying to copy Essie, if that's any consolation, but I really thought it was gonna be a good match. I guess not. So yeah, you can see Plain Koi is definitely a little bit more of a richer, sort of more burnt orange type of orange, whereas there is a tinge of, I don't know, peach. Now on the swatch stick, actually Believe Beauty reminds me a lot of Yank My Doodle from OPI. Let me pull that out and see if that might actually be closer. Okay, I'm really winging it today, you guys. So this is OPI's Yank My Doodle. I did electronically shake it, but you can still see a little bit of white pigment in the bottom. I think this one and Freedom of Peach, they have this like weird white stuff on the bottom. And I'm gonna pull out that Believe Beauty. So you can see, like, that's the reason why I didn't even bother like thinking of comparing them, because they're very different in the bottle. But I do feel that Believe Beauty on the swatch stick has this kind of, I mean, you can see, like, look at it on the swatch stick now. If you can see, I'm gonna, right? Like, doesn't it look like it has that, I don't know, tinge of almost like a peachy pink in there? We'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. So I'm going to just swatch that next to it, because why not? Why not? I have organized my collection so well with my 4 Helmers. No, it doesn't really compare. I don't understand why my polishes are doing this now with the whole streaks of stuff, but anyway, that everything is so easy to pull out. One of these days, I don't know if it's going to be in 2020 or 2021, I'm going to share with you guys my whole collection of my whole setup, how I catalog my collection, my spreadsheets, my storage, all of that. So I'm excited about that. I just need to really, the more I keep buying polishes, the more I keep adding to my collection, the more I have stuff to catalog, the more I have stuff to swatch. And so it kind of like, right when I'm like at a place where I'm willing to share, then like a bunch of stuff comes in and I'm like, well, this is not an accurate representation again of my collection, because I have more now. So I'm really hoping that I can just stop collecting for a little bit and share with you guys like the current state. Maybe I'll do it at the beginning of 2021, so it's like a good reminder that I have 10 million untried polishes and should not be buying anymore. But yeah, you can see now it's really close, you guys. Yank My Doodle is definitely a little bit more, I don't know, like pinker, peachy pinker than Believe Beauty right here, but it's so much closer than Plain Koi. And so this really just goes to show that you can't judge a polish on the bottle. You can't even really judge a polish on a swatch stick, but that's how professionals do it. When you go to the salon, you pick your color according to either the bottle or the swatch stick. You don't try them and erase and say, hey, I don't want this color. So it's just as valid a method as far as I'm concerned. But that being said, I really thought in the bottle that Plain Koi and the Believe Beauty It's a Match was going to be complete dupes, or not complete dupes, but I would say 95% dupes. Not at all, and instead it's so much closer to OPI's Yank My Doodle. So I'm going to do 2 coats of each, except for the Believe Beauty one right here. It's going to be 3 coats or 2.5 coats, whichever way you think about it. And then I'm going to do a recap, and that would be it for today. Okay, everyone, so here's the final look. I'm happy to report none of them are dupes at all. And so if you are someone who will not buy something because you already have something in your collection or whatever, that may be a good thing for you. Or, you know, if you're just looking for something that is close enough but no dice, that may be good for you. But either way, I hope this has been helpful to someone who's trying to see if, you know, the $2.50 Believe Beauty offering is just as good as the more expensive or hard to find ones or whatever. So everything is 2 coats except for the first Believe Beauty Blue, which is 2.5 to 3 coats. So this one right here is Believe Beauty's Midnight in Paris, which honestly turned out to be so beautiful. Look at that, you guys. Like, I'm not even moving that swatch wheel because holy macaroni, that's gorgeous. I love Midnight Cami. It will always be one of my favorite blues. It's very rich, but I am quite happy to have this in my collection because you guys look at it. It's so pretty. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that in my weird voice. But this one is Sally Hansen's Sturdy Sapphire. And to be honest, I've only used this as a topper. It's definitely a blue shimmer topper in my book. I have never worn this alone. And so I thought they were going to be similar. None of these 3 are similar, obviously. And so now this one is Believe Beauty Sweater Weather. And this is Essie's Merino Cool. And Merino Cool definitely has a little bit of a cooler undertone to it versus the very like taupey, warm taupey Believe Beauty's Sweater Weather. But I think you could really pass. I mean, I'm sure there's some other, you know, taupey gray color that will compare to Believe Beauty Sweater Weather. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else. They're definitely very different. So if you want something different from Merino Cool, there you have it. But it's also close that, you know, I don't know, maybe to the untrained eye, they're going to be like, oh, are you wearing Essie's Merino Cool? You know, and when you're just wearing Believe Beauty Sweater Weather. I don't know. But anyway, and so then you have Believe Beauty's It's a Match right here. And on the second coat, it kind of started to catch up to Plain Koi. So I don't know, maybe, I mean, like if you look at, I'm going to do a close-up later, but if you look at it, there is a very little discernible difference. There's definitely still that very like burnt orange rusty quality to Plain Koi that makes it different. But again, it's a very close second. And then this one is OPI's Yank My Doodle, which is now turning out to be quite different. It's definitely more, you know, peachier, like that peachy pink undertone is definitely there, which is different from these two. So I'm going to do a close-up, like look at that. Do you even see a difference between that Believe Beauty right here and the Plain Koi right here? It's super, like, super minuscule. I would say 95 to 98% dupes. Probably even 98% dupes. So yeah, if you guys are after a cheaper, easier to obtain Plain Koi, Believe Beauty It's a Match is definitely a contender. And so yeah, that's it for me, you guys. Let me know down in the comments section below if you want to see the rest of my Believe Beauty things that I purchased. I purchased 19 from just that trip. And I already have 3 in my collection. I have Serene, which I already swatched on my Instagram. You can see that. And then I have Chakra. And I have something else. Those 2 are nudes, which I thought they were beautiful nudes. Manny Centric did a really amazing swatch video of the first batch of Believe Beauty, which if I can find, I'm going to link down below in my description box. And so yeah, that's it. And thanks for being here with me to chat about anything and everything nail polish. And I will catch you again in my next video. Bye!